Great. Good job. Good job. Now, think about Brian, the rogue developer who said, hey, since I have this model already deployed within my cluster, I can use this service. I can build another service that uses this exact same model. Let me throw together another feature that maybe I won't tell my security team about. Right. And like how many times in the past has that actually happened to you where you, the security person, have now found out about a new service or a new feature that you're like, hold on, wait a second. I have no idea that was actually a thing. How did I not know about it? It's because the developers went rogue or they hate your guts and they don't want to talk to you. 50-50, right? Anyway, so if I want to be Brian, the rogue developer, and I wanted to create something shadow AI, I'm going to do something like this. In my reports feature, I'm just going to type it. I'm going to create something like a report summary. I'm going to really quick Jake Milstein here. Origins, New York, sure. And then somewhere in the Washington area. And I'm going to hit generate report. Oh, so fast. Oh, and here it is. Me, Brian, the rogue developer, generate summary, which is now doing an AI thing in the background, which is, I don't know if you guys can even see this. It's nice and small. Here we go. So it spits out some response from AI. There's some prompt on the back end that says like, hey, summarize this packaging thing really quick, the shipment really quick, and there it goes. Now, as a security person, how many of you would have actually caught that in the code review? Likely not, because I can tell you right now, the way that it's vibe coded, it doesn't explicitly make any calls to the model. It only calls the service behind the scene. So if you don't know that service exists, right, the AI service, you're not going to know about the report service using the AI service behind the scenes. And therefore, your asset management lists are going to be out of date. It's going to be incorrect. So the point of this whole thing is you need runtime instrumentation to actually tell you the things that are going on under the hood. And without runtime instrumentation, you won't have the visibility. Sorry, I'm talking so fast because I'm excited. You will not have the visibility into your applications to know what kind of dangers exist in your application. For example, all the AI usage, and maybe you are a rogue company and you love using DeepSeek for one of your models, right? It's maybe not just Ollama, maybe it's DeepSeek. You want to know about that kind of stuff. And yes, maybe those models are running locally, but that's not always going to be the case. Brian actually had reached out to Tyler, which is our amazing principal security researcher, and he's like, hey, instead of Ollama, let's use Anthropic SDK. And if you guys know that, that is on the public internet. We do not want to do that in security, especially with things like PII and things that are very sensitive information. You want to use local models for that kind of stuff. Now, if you're going to be reaching out to Anthropic and throwing all your sensitive information out there for Anthropic to take a look at, go for it, but I totally don't recommend that. Bad. So, deep breath, wrapping up here. You're probably wondering, how in the world do we actually recognize this? That's the beauty of contrast. So I'm going to refresh the screen here. What you're looking at is our North Star application. It's our newest and greatest way of showing all the different things that are happening under the hood in your application. And we are actually detecting AI usage within all the different services, within your application. So your application's doing AI stuff, we're going to know about it. It's just part of what we do. And it's not just that, but it's got SQL injection, all the different kinds of injections. It's got deserialization, unsafe deserialization attempts. It's got all these different things that it's looking for. And I'm going to put my seller's hat on, even though I'm not on the selling team. This is something I would want as a security person, because if I need to know about AI usage within my applications, because maybe I had missed it in the threat model, maybe I had missed it in the architecture review or in the code review, this is the only time I'm ever going to hear about it, right here. So this is exactly what I would have loved to see or caught earlier on, but I didn't. Now that I know that I have that AI usage, now that I can do something about it, or say something happens, say there's an incident, and now you have to respond to it. What's the most amount of time that it takes to actually respond to an incident? It's knowing where you're impacted, right? So the best thing to have is like forearmed is forewarned, or whatever that phrase is. It's like you have the information right there at your fingertips to know exactly what to do if there is an incident that you have to respond to. So now that maybe OpenAI has, Ollama model is vulnerable to blah, 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 prompt injection attacks. Okay, now I know exactly where in my applications those things are being used. And I'm not trying to like minimize it, but it's not just that. It's a whole bunch of different things. It's not just AI usage. It's where my vulnerabilities are. It's where my routes might be exposed to the public internet. It's all the different things that you can see that's built in to contrast.